Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the benefits that you receive when you go backpacking, hiking, through hiking, day hiking, whatever, just getting out in the outdoors. I'm going to spend some time and go over some things that are beneficial to this thing called backpacking. So, as always, in 1992, I brought my two boys, David and Daniel, who were then about 10 and 12 years old. We went on I think a 2-night backpacking trip. I wanted to bond with my boys, and so I took them out backpacking, and it was hilarious. Basically, I had strapped one of those, I think they call it a car camping stove or something. I'd strapped that to my youngest son's back, Daniel, and along with his backpack, and my oldest son, David, we had put one of those big lanterns. I'd strapped that to his back, and of course I was carrying a big car camping tent that weighed about 50 pounds. But that was the introduction to our backpacking escapades, and that was the start of them. We kind of honed in on what backpacking was, and we tried to get a little bit more lightweight. I bought them some pup tents, one-man pup tents, and we went out and did some more backpacking trips. But we did that for a long time until they got old enough where they started dating and got interested in girls, and they weren't interested in spending the night out in the woods with dear old dad. So I just kind of gave up on backpacking for a while. I started gaining a lot of weight. In fact, I know you're probably not going to believe this, but I got up to about 280 pounds at one time, at the time I think that I weighed the most. But I decided one day, I said, I've got to do something. I thought to myself, the best type of exercise is probably hiking and backpacking. And so I went back to that by myself, and went back to the sport, I guess you'd call it, of backpacking. I started thinking, what are the benefits of backpacking? Of course, the first benefit being exercise. You can really get a lot of good exercise by backpacking. I started researching and finding different places around in my area that I could go backpacking, that I could, some trails around in my area. And I put a backpack on my back and put books and anything that weighed a lot, and I put it in that backpack and just simulated going out on a through hike. I think hiking and backpacking is a better form of exercise than perhaps maybe even running. The jarring effect of running as your feet and your joints are just constantly pounding the ground when you run, eventually your joints are going to wear out. And again, in general, I think backpacking and hiking is a little bit easier on the joints and not so hard as perhaps like running. So the best thing you could do is to find some trails around your area, and especially perhaps some trails that have some elevation to it, and just go out and go backpacking, regardless of the weather, whether it's raining, windy, foggy, whatever. Just get out there, and you'll get some good exercise by backpacking and hiking. Another benefit that I see coming from backpacking or hiking or day hiking, whatever, is weight loss. When I did my Pacific Crest Trail through hike, I weighed about 188, about 190 pounds when I started. When I finished the trail, I weighed in at 160 pounds. It was kind of scary, to be honest with you, but one of the benefits of doing a through hike is weight loss. And from what I understand, men lose more weight than women do out on the trail. But if you want to lose some weight, the best thing to do is to do a through hike. Now, the first part of your weight loss is going to be water weight, of course. But once you get into the trail, once you start hiking, once you start burning more calories than you do take in, something happens is not really good, and that is you start losing muscle mass. When I got up in the morning, I had a regimen of doing 10 sit-ups and 10 push-ups before I got ready to leave and to leave camp and everything. I was just trying to get more strength in my upper body because of the muscle weight loss that I was experiencing. One of the most enjoyable benefits that I enjoy from backpacking and hiking is being able to unplug from civilization. When I was on trail, I thoroughly enjoyed not having to look at my Facebook page or my Instagram page. I thoroughly enjoyed it, being able to unplug from civilization, not worrying about what was going on. And at the time that I did my Pacific Crest Trail through hike, the presidential election was going on, and I did not want to hear all the beep that was going on during that time. And so I thoroughly enjoyed being able to unplug from society. I thoroughly enjoyed just being able to sit and look at the stars and watch the birds and identify the plants and trees. And along with being able to unplug from society, another benefit that I see that comes from backpacking and hiking, just getting out, and that is enjoyment of nature. It's one thing to go on the internet and type in bobcat and read all about a bobcat and see it on the screen there, but it's another thing to go around the corner on a trail and and stare face to face into the eyes of a bobcat. And so one of the benefits is just being able to unplug from society, as I said before, but also being able to get out in nature. The air smells different. The peace and tranquility that comes from just being out here and be able to look at the rolling hills and the trees and the plants and the animals, and just be able to enjoy nature. What a great benefit that is. Another one of the great benefits that I see of being outdoors and hiking, backpacking, and that is the ability to push your limits. Never in 1,000 years would I have imagined myself walking from the border of Mexico to the border of Canada. 2,653.1 miles. That just is unfathomable to me. I would have never done it if I hadn't have pushed myself. I got to the point sometimes on the trail where I was just ready to quit, and I didn't know how much more I could take. Not necessarily physically. I was in good physical shape, but being able to mentally push yourself, and when you didn't want to, and when it was raining, and when it was cold, and when you didn't get enough sleep the night before, and you were worrying about finding a campsite before the sun went down, all those things. To be honest with you, I didn't know that I had it within me. You never know what you can do until you push your limits. And it doesn't have to be 2,653.1 miles. It can be 1,000 miles. It can be 500 miles. It can be 60 miles. Doesn't matter. I think the greatest thing about hiking, backpacking, day hiking, whatever, is to see how much further you can go the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and just keep pushing yourself. You'll never realize how much mental and physical fortitude that you have until you push yourself to the limit. And even if you have to quit a through hike, or you have to quit a hike, or maybe cut a hike short, just the idea of saying to yourself, I'm going to get back out there and try it again. I know some people that they told me, they said, Rev, I didn't think I would ever be able to sleep at night underneath a tent in the middle of nowhere. I didn't think I could ever do that. And so I'm saying that backpacking gives you the opportunity to be able to stretch your limits and see how far you can push yourself. Never be satisfied with where you're at. Always be pushing to walk further, to be able to stay longer, or to be able to do something that you didn't think you could do. Now, on this next benefit, I'm just going to warn you, it's a little spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call it. So if you don't want to hear that, go ahead and clock out now if you want to. But one of the biggest benefits that I found being out on the trail and through hiking like I did was the benefit of being close to God. You're walking for hours on end. The same trail is in front of you. And you have so much time on your hands. And so the best thing that you can do is to pray and to read your Bible. You say, Rev, how in the world can you read your Bible and walk on the trail? I have an app on my phone that's a Bible app. I forget the name of it. I think it's called the Bible app. But the person that reads the Bible, his name is Alexander Scorby. Download it to your phone. I mean, it's just like a podcast or something, except I call it a Godcast. But many times when I was walking on the trail, I would stick an earphone in my ear, one earphone in my ear, and just listen to the Bible as I walked. Those were some great times for me on the trail, is being able to get close to God. So those are just a few benefits that I found from backpacking, and I've been doing it for a long time now. Maybe there's some benefits that perhaps I missed, and I'm sure there are, but why don't you list those in the comment section below and share with the rest of us maybe some benefits that you receive from backpacking and hiking and day hiking, and just share those with us. Please give me a thumbs up on this video if you would, please, and share it with someone that perhaps maybe would be interested in knowing the benefits of backpacking. And also, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, then please be sure and do so. There's a lot of benefits from listening to the things that I've learned over these many years of backpacking and hiking. And be sure and push the bell notification there that will alert you whenever I have a new video coming out. So again, these are just a few benefits that I found from backpacking and hiking, and I hope they've been a help to you, encouragement to you, and I hope you'll get out there on the trail as soon as possible. So until then, I will see you next time, and I will see you